Hey, so welcome to video 957 billion trillion of the Production Line Developer Blogs. I am Cliff Harris, or Cliffski. I'm the programmer, designer, business, marketing, everything except art dude making the game. It is a car factory simulation game, currently in early access on Steam and GOG and what have you. Actually, loads of stuff is about to go in. This is an exciting time. I don't have to like waffle on about some minor change I've made because loads of stuff is going in. Let me just load my latest game, which is a huge, sprawling save game with everything in. Well, by my standards anyway. It's a pretty big map. And I'm going to go through all the stuff that has changed and is about to go into the unstable build. The first new thing that will be in there I've talked about before is this, which I have tweaked a little bit now. So you get these little red overlap things that tell you you are producing too much in that particular market segment. This also has a new like tutorial pop-up thing that explains how it works and stuff like that. There's a few things actually. What's being researched? Basic self-driving. Right, we'll come on to that in a minute. There's a whole bunch of things. Let me just check my list. So yeah, you can repay loans early. I think I talked about that last week. That's about to go in. We changed the graphics on these conveyor belts. They used to be blue and really thick with red posts. They're now red, quite thin with white posts, and they're a lot less in your face. You can still turn them off. But I think that means that they're less cluttered. When you go to a place that's got a lot of them, where it can get a bit messy, like here, they're less intrusive. I think that's really good. Blah 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 blah. Yes, we've got a large touchscreen is a new thing you can research. Loads of new research stuff. Fixed a crash. Oh, I did a speed up of stuff that has made a core part of the game if you have a huge factory and you're producing a huge number of cars and a very large number of resources. A core part of the game is now 33 times faster than it used to be, and it fixes quite an annoying bug. So there used to be a bug to do with routing of where you got your resources. So if I pick a particular slot like this, right, it will be getting its resources from, amongst other places, the two nearest importers, which one of them is going to be that one. The other one might be that one, or oh no, it's this one. Anyway, under certain circumstances that calculation was wrong. So the secondary one may have been further away than it should have been, and you may have occasionally spotted that. That is now fixed, and that part of the game is a lot faster, which might mean if you have a really slow PC or you have really huge factories, you may notice the game runs a lot faster now. Parking sensors are a new thing. I'll show you them in a minute. Blah blah blah. Car batteries are now a lot more expensive, the electrical variety. Now, in order to make those more expensive, we had to increase the prices of all of the constituent components because you can make your own car batteries, and I am. Here I am with my lithium and hang on, let me get this right. Lithium, cobalt, nickel. These basically all doubled in price effectively, I think, or I can't remember the exact change, but this is all much more expensive. That makes the battery cells. The battery cells go along here, get put into battery modules. Battery modules go along here and get put into battery packs. The battery packs are now a lot more expensive, but they're worth more. So electric cars have got a bit more expensive in this latest build, and that is because I came across some very reliable statistics as to the actual cost of a large car battery in a cutting-edge electric car, which would be about $13,800. Now, they used to be more. When I bought my car, they were more, and so we were vastly underpricing electric car batteries. So that's changed. Blah 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 blah. Making wheels used to be a right money spinner. I've now made that more expensive. Right, so parking sensors, we'll talk about them in a minute. the apply options screen. Right, when this finally finishes, I'll show you this. Something that I've changed, and I talked about changing it for a lot, is that we now have more categories here. There's an exciting one called autonomy. Look how exciting. But we also have a category here for cruise control and for music. So what used to happen with cruise control, there were 3 types of cruise control. You had cruise control, which basically let you take your foot off the gas. It's such an old-fashioned term now. Adaptive cruise control that would maintain your speed. And then you had traffic aware cruise control that would maintain your speed but not crash into the car in front of you. All of which are quite common these days. Anyway, you used to have these 3 things, and you'd research one and then you'd research the other and the other, and you'd end up with all 3 of them as like features cluttering up this list. Now we've combined the cheaper and easier versions into the higher version. So if we go to cruise control, this is a really cheap car, so it's got none. So you can pick one of these. All of the costs have been adjusted as a result. And you're kind of like going up the hierarchy from no cruise control, adaptive, traffic aware. These are sorted by name. So if you don't have any cruise, oh, better put that back. So if you don't have any cruise control, it'll be set to no cruise control. Something that changed about this dialogue, and I think makes it much better at the start of the game, is that if you haven't researched any cruise control, that category just isn't shown because it's not necessary, and it'll just clutter things up. But the minute it's an option and we have researched it, then it is shown. The same with music. So we used to have in-car music and then premium music, and used to fit both of them, and this was silly. So now that doesn't happen. Now again, it's a category. You can have none, in-car music or premium music. Obviously you want at least in-car music here because it's universal. So you're going to need to have that. Actually, I need to check that that isn't a bug. I'm going to make a note. Mid-video, make note. Universal in category. I think I've handled that right. Because you think about it, there's got to be some code in there that says in-car music is universal. But it doesn't matter because he's got premium music, which is in the same category. Yikes. I bet there isn't code in there for that. Right, anyway, I'll do that. I'll do that before I release it, don't worry. Don't panic. Panic over. So yeah, so there's that. I keep thinking this is... I've only got 11 research labs and it is very, very slow to research. So yeah, that's a new thing. 2 big new things are the apply a newly researched feature. I'm sorry, I'm distracted by these robots, which I forgot how much I love the animation on these robots picking up battery cells and putting them into modules. That's just so cool. Anyway, sorry. There's the apply research features dialogue has changed, and self-driving. So we have a bunch more research, and I need to do something about this screen because look, I'm having to scroll over here and it's not nice. I need to fix that. This is one of those user interface problems that's really hard, because you might think, well, just make everything smaller, but then can people read it? And people get annoyed. And you think, just squash it, but you can't because some of the text is quite long. And you think, well, instead of going along here, I can go down. And I could go down. I could put that there and join it here. But would that then be confusing when everything normally goes left to right? And this is empty right now, but it won't always be. And I'm still thinking about it. Anyway, so we have 3 new techs here. Automatic steering assist, which will basically steer your car. This is kind of what the current Tesla cars do. Then we have basic self-driving, which I'm kind of defining as the car will drive itself, but sometimes it won't. So you have to keep your hands on the wheel. And then there's, oh yeah, the car will just drive itself, don't worry about it. I've researched this, I'm currently researching that. These are all obviously along the route of cruise control, because it's kind of the same technology. And what we're doing here is progressively adding more technology. So these end up adding a lot of components to the game. So the automatic steering assist adds, I think, like some sensors and some chips. And then the basic self-driving adds I think it adds some Lidar scanners, which is a new resource, some cameras and some chips. And then advanced self-driving has special AI chips, which are kind of like dedicated neural network chips, kind of like the sort of GPU chips, as well as Lidar and cameras and everything else. I should change that to be a I think that's the camera icon, isn't it? I should change that to be the Lidar thing. I think I'm not 100% sure now. I get very confused because there's so much stuff in the game. Oh my god. So much stuff in the game. So anyway, this is new stuff. It takes a long time to research. Look, it's 8,000 for that. It is 15,000 for that. The reason for that is by the time you get this far, you have big major car company size. I'm losing money like anything here. Look, it's disastrous. I really need to fix it. These are vastly overpriced. Oh my god. That's the problem. That's just one of the problems, actually. Oh my god, that's possibly underpriced. Oh, but I don't want to cross barriers. Oh dear. Let's pretend everything's fine. Car companies often go bankrupt. I mean, it should be hard, right? It should be really hard. 49 in the showroom are not selling. We produce far too many budget sedans and we can't shift them. Even if I sell them at a bit of a loss, theoretically, I'm going to do that because, look, we've got 107 cars in there and this is our finances. You know, if this is your bank balance, you'd be worried, right? I think that's stabilizing, isn't it? I think that's, yes. In fact, if we look at sales, if we look at, well, we need to look at it over the hour, don't we, really? Yeah, see, I don't have a line chart anymore, do I? Oh, it's tough. It's tough. I'm sure we'll be alright while I keep talking. So what I'm going to try and do is show you this new screen here when this finishes. But the upshot is that a load of new stuff has gone into the game. A load of new stuff. So we have parking sensors is a new thing, and large touchscreens on cars. So you can get really expensive cars now. This is currently 111, and it's not a ridiculous margin, right? So cruise control. Oh my god, I should have traffic aware cruise control, methinks. And music. I should have premium music there. Oh, hang on. Why can I not select premium music? Why can I not select this, Cliff? Buggy game. That's weird. That is weird. Oh, I should have Napa leather seats. I haven't really updated this one in a while, have I? I think I should spend some money and have a different front vent, I think. Anyway, there's loads of cool stuff. Have I got parking sensors on this? Have I researched parking sensors? I don't think I have. That's why. Anyway, come on, get to this screen. I'm going to shoot ahead. Hope not to lose money. Oh my god, I'm going to run out of money. Sell some power plants if you're in trouble. Top tip. It's not going to do it, is it? It's only at 90%. Loans. I'm just going to take a loan, right? It's 14 minutes, just because I can't even bother to do everything else. So what is that on 93? I just want to show you this flipping screen. And yes, I should have researched research centres because they're more efficient. I know that. I think I didn't make the game. Sometimes I wonder the way I play it. Spamming these. Sorry about the banging noise. Oh look, not even efficient. Outrageous. Right, here we go. This better crop up. Stupid thing. Right, okay, so you've all seen this screen, right? Here we go, basic self-driving. Oh, I've got one more thing to tell you about. I won't upgrade that. If we click on edit models, this has changed. There will be a little tutorial. I don't know, I'm pointing at the screen. There'll be a new tutorial window up there explaining this. But basically, what's changed here? Hang on, there's a bug here. There's a bug. Oh my god, these should be in black and white. Why is that not happening? God, it's such a buggy game. It's outrageous. Anyway, you used to go along and select these like this. Say, oh, I'll apply it to this car. Right, whereas now you can do it by price bracket. So that's the only luxury one. Those are all of the expensive, so I could do both of them together. If you've got like 40 car designs, that's much quicker. That's all I was going to say. This is like a new thing that's put in it that makes a big difference. These should be rendered differently, and I don't know why they're not, and that's really going to bug me. I'm going to have to fix that. Is it because there's another screen? So is it because... what could be causing that? Anyway, look, it doesn't matter. You know, I have to fix it. So, self-driving is going in. How exciting. It involves a new resource, AI chips, and another new resource, Lidar scanners. And you will see them... well, let's actually, you know, apply it. I won't do any research. I will prove to you that these things exist through here. So if I add a new item, got AI chip there at the top, lovely cool looking chip, and got LiDAR somewhere. LiDAR scanner. Yes, that was a camera icon, wasn't it? I should change that. So we've got two new resources. We've also got parking sensors have gone in. Oh, and large touchscreens, I should point out. We have those as well. It's been a category really, I think, shouldn't it? But anyway, there you go. So we've got large touchscreens as well as small touchscreens. We've got the self-driving stuff. We've got a huge performance change, and we've got changes to that dialogue. Changes to the overhead conveyor graphics, and I tell you what, I won't show you this week because this is a long video already and I've told you about so much stuff, but the minivan is coming. So I don't have final graphics anyway, so I won't show you work in progress graphics. Next week I will show you the minivan, and by the video next week this will all be in the unstable build. I may even have released it, I don't know yet, because I might wait for the minivan, and then it's a huge update. This is Production Line by Positech Games, basically me. It is in early access on Steam. You can buy it now. It's I think $19.95, and it's fab. If you like these videos, please subscribe to the channel, or please like this video. The best thing you could possibly do if you bought the game and like it is give it a positive review on Steam. We really appreciate that. Or tell your friends about it. Thank you for watching this rather chaotic blog video, and I will see you next week. Cheers.